So, what are your first impressions of today's match?
First impressions was nearly back to where we need to be. It was more comfortable, it was more composed on the ball, and yeah, I was pleased with that performance, especially in patches. Really pleased.
Do you believe we've acted well on what went wrong last week?
I don't think it was a case of what went wrong last week. It was just a case of reacting to the problems that were caused and the challenges that were put to the side. And I think, you know, with training on Thursday, there was a focus on the deep line and drawing team out onto us, and I think that worked tremendously well in the first half. You know, we really controlled the game without really punishing the opposition.
Got a bit feisty towards the end. Did you have any thoughts about protecting players?
Yes, this week's been a bit of a baptism in terms of the amount of little niggly injuries we've had. The bench was a little bit thin, so in terms of being able to protect everyone, it was kind of a hard task. We just had to manage it and manage the game through when it got a little bit competitive. But again, it was all fair. It was all in the spirit of the game. We just had to look after ourselves a little bit.
Do you believe that we've changed anything through from the first half to the second half?
Of today's game, not really. If anything, I think Wortley really pressed us up a little bit more in the second half, made it a bit more of a battle, and you know, we didn't have as much space to play in, but we were more clinical in the second half. So it kind of weighs itself off a little bit. A bit of a trade-off, being in complete control in the first half, yet not clinical, to having a bit more less time and actually being a bit more ruthless. So, yeah, I think we've learned how to play against the high press for sure.
I believe that you mentioned earlier about injuries. Any more sustained during the match?
Yeah, we've got Sarah Parks, who's is nursing already a knee injury, has now got an ankle injury on the same leg, so she's going to be missing for next week. And in terms of Grace Adams, has just got a little nick on the hamstring. Hopefully a light session on Thursday will address that. And Beth Padgett, who is a soldier really, just feeling a little bit of tightness in the quad. But everyone else seems to be okay.
And lots of playing out from the back this week. Do you believe Elle is?
Yeah, I mean, that was the plan. You know, we needed to play out, play deep, draw them out, open the spaces in behind, and get our players who could express themselves to get on it and you know, start to put them balls through for the front three. And we started to see that in real bits and patches of the game. But you know, we can be better at that. We know we can. You know, it's the first time we've really looked at it, but it's definitely one that'll build confidence.
And your favourite bit of the day? What is your goal of the match?
Oh, goal of the match. I think Beth Padgett's goal from the corner was great skill to swing it in and drop it in on the back post. And I think there was a couple of good finishes with Eva smashing in as well in the second half. I think Beth Padgett would have to get the goal of the game for being able to put it into that area for it to drop in.
Player of the match?
Yeah, player of the match today. You know, I think Jess Flynn, what a difference this player makes. Really calm and composed on a lot of things she does. She brings energy, legs. She reads the game so superbly, and I think that showed in today's match. Seems to be in the right place at the right time, broke things up, and always found a really good pass. So for me, it's a welcome back to Jess Flynn.
Are you looking forward to the challenge of next week against Bligh Trojans?
Yeah, attention to the cup game. It's always nice to break up the league with a cup game, so we don't know an awful lot about Bligh. But you know, if we concentrate on what we do well and bring our game like we did in the first half here, but with be a bit more ruthless, you know, we'll cause any team problems.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.